welcome back to another Thirsty Thursday at Homeview, Ohio. Today we are making sangria. This is a Paula special.
It is. I love sangria. My backstory of sangria, I was 16 years old in the Costa del Sol in Spain on a school trip with an awesome teacher who let us be.
Okay? We're gonna leave it at that.
And so my first glass of sangria, or anything I could do legally, was sitting on the Mediterranean, and they brought out this big glass and filled it with this juice that I thought was nectar of the gods, full of all kinds of fruit. And I sat there and I knew this was living.
Yeah.
And I think anytime I do sangria, it takes me right back to being 16 and sun-kissed.
That's such a cool story. I love that. Well, we are in the middle of Podunk, Ohio, making your dream of going back to the beach true today. The reason that we're making sangria is because we wanted to showcase this really cool party bucket that we've got going on. So tell me about this bucket.
This bucket is an accident. Seriously.
As Bob Ross would say, a happy little accident.
A happy little accident. So, long story short, we had a second facility for a number of years in Las Vegas, Nevada. I would work out there 1 week, and then the owner would work out there 2 weeks, and we would just fly cross country and be able to keep both facilities going because his perspective and mine are so different. It really kept everything well-rounded. I was working out there, and I had a crew of guys that I didn't know that well, and I said to the guy, I need you to go drill the small buckets, because they called them big and small. And I was under the impression they meant 6.5 and 7.9.
So this is a 2-gallon bucket, and you told them go drill the...
Go drill the small buckets.
Okay.
So I waited, I don't know, it was a couple of minutes, and I turned around, and this guy had drilled like 30 2-gallon buckets, and I was like, stop!
Oh gosh.
We don't have a use for drilled 2-gallon buckets. They were ruined. And I'm like, it's okay. I'm gonna think of something.
They're not ruined.
Nothing's ruined. It's just an opportunity, right? I went to college. I was a teenager. I'm thinking, Jungle Juice. I'm thinking Hairy Buffalo.
You're thinking sangria.
Yeah, and I'm like, wait. That's a party bucket. And so the party bucket was born.
The party bucket was born. And so today we're using the party bucket to make sangria. And
I'm going to disclaimer, this is the recipe I came up with yesterday on the fly, but truly I will make sangria out of anything that I have in my refrigerator. I know oftentimes people add brandy also. We're just not.
Yeah.
But you can. I mean, that's a traditional recipe. Well, first of all, I assembled the bucket. It's going to come to you disassembled so that this doesn't get broken. And basically it's going to come with 2 gaskets. One goes on one side of the bucket, one goes on the inside. Inside, outside. Screw it tight. And then I ran water through it to make sure I had screwed it tight enough and hadn't messed anything up, because I would rather lose water than lose booze. First thing I always do, I'm going to open that up and we're going to just pour in the entire bottle of, this case is Merlot. I typically will do a red wine. My favorite fizzy additive is always going to be a ginger ale.
What would you say the ratio of Merlot to ginger ale would be? Like we said, this is very just whatever you want it to be. It's a create your own adventure.
Yeah, I'm going to have you put 2 of these in, and then we're gonna do some taste testing. All right, let's do about to here.
A third of a container of orange juice.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right, now as far as I'm concerned, I like my fruit to kind of steep and get a little drunk in there. My favorite part, I will do lemons, limes, oranges. You have to have a citrus. But the green apple is game-changing.
Okay.
These are all my opinions. And I feel like if I'm going to serve this at a party, I'm going to make this a couple hours in advance, stick it in the fridge.
Yeah. And
just let it kind of steep and get a little bit fruitier, because I do think it's one of those things where it just gets better with time.
I'd imagine the fruit kind of soaks up all the...
Plus then the fruit's good to eat.
Right. Oh yeah, it's a snack and it's...
I know, it's everything! Okay.
I actually love drinks that are also snacks, like bubble tea.
Oh, me too.
Do you love bubble
I
tea?
do.
Okay,
Yes, we agree on that one.
Yeah, that's something we agree on.
All right, so I think we need to do some tasting.
Should we stir? Yeah.
There we go. Stir with a knife. Ooh. That was lovely.
Oh, baby.
All right. Little taste. It's pretty color.
It is pretty. I think it's good.
I agree.
How do you feel about it?
I feel good about it. Let me fill you back up.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel.
I just remember this has a full bottle of wine in it.
It does. It doesn't taste like it though, does it?
Dang. So, also this particular party bucket does come with a lid, which is great.
And it's a drilled lid, so you'll have no problem with enough airflow to let everything kind of go out through the spigot.
And that'll keep like bugs and a bunch of stuff out.
Yes.
Chlorine from the pool water.
Well,
cheers! That is very, very dangerous.
And simple. So simple. I mean, you have a bottle of wine, you probably have Sprite or ginger ale, and you most likely have orange juice, because if you're like me, you need mimosas in your life. And whatever fruit's on the counter.
I would almost, and this is just me, I would almost put another bottle of ginger ale in there too.
It would be
because I like the carbonation of it, but I mean it's really good the way that it is.
It's more wine this way, and it would be more of a drink, like a soft drinky feel that way.
And we added ice to it. It's the one wine that
I'm willing to ice.
Paul is willing to add ice to. Alright, so that's how you make sangria. Really freaking simple.
Had red sangria? Because there's also white sangria. Or is this your first sangria? It's first sangria!
Yeah.
I love that!
I just was trying to avoid
say that, and I called you out on it. But anyway, I mean, like, just trying to think of other options, and I'm not going to beat you up, because I just love that I got to share that with you. But you can do white sangria as well. So if you did that, you can just think about, like, putting strawberries in it and that kind of thing. Peaches. Yeah, think white fruit. Okay.
I like that a lot.
This is going to be your new thing. Sex on the beach, or a pina colada, or sky's the limit. But the party bucket is the answer.
Throw it in the party bucket.
And it holds 2 gallons.
We hope that you enjoyed watching us make sangria. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you next Thirsty Thursday.